2 muffins were sitting in an oven. One muffin turned to the other muffin and said, "Is it hot in here or is it just me?" And the second muffin turned to the first muffin and said, "Oh my god, a talking muffin!" I thought I would forget. Hey Ian, so I just got into Berkeley right now and I'm driving to find a parking spot for the Gary Snyder reading. I actually have quite a bit more footage than what I'm actually putting into this video from the reading, but they're putting the official version that has tripods and thus doesn't go like this the whole time onto YouTube in the next week or two, so you can see the whole reading there when it comes online. But here's a short bit of what I did get on tape.
For the children, the rising hills, the slopes of statistics lie before us. The steep climb of everything going on, as we all go down. In the next century, or the one beyond that, they say, there are valleys, pastures. We can meet there in peace, if we make it. To climb these coming crests, one word to you and your children, stay together. Learn the flowers, more light.
And of course, during the question and answer session, he didn't call on me, he called on the girl right in front of me. But it worked out because she asked one of the questions you wanted me to ask anyway.
Well, I'll take one more question and we'll let you guys all go. Yeah, back there.
Do you have any advice for people who are interested in walking the path of the poet?
Walking the path of?
Of the poet.
Well, yeah. First, read a lot of poetry. It doesn't take very long to read virtually all the poetry in the English language. I mean, take it on. You know, if you're going to walk the path, walk the path. And so don't stop with that. Then move on to reading poetry from the other languages in translation. And, you know, try to learn a second or third language as well. So that you can see what a different poetic would be in a different language. But in doing that, don't be overwhelmed. And keep your own voice. Now that's a good project. Okay, folks, thank you very much.
And afterward, I bought you a book and stood in line for a while and talked to some lady who didn't speak very good English. And eventually got up to the front and he signed your book and answered one of your questions. And, well, for the other question, I guess I'll get to that later.
Get to work. One of the things I would also say to aspiring poets that I didn't say is, you know, learn something about the English language. Learn the history of the English language. There are good books on it. And then from there you can move on to learning more about language in general. A great book by Leonard Bloomfield called Language. It deals with all of the languages in the world in one volume. Yeah. Boy, that was a good book to read. What was his name?
Ian?
Liam?
Ian. I-A-N.
I'll sign it to you.
Okay, so I'm finally out of there. I'm probably going to have a parking ticket because it was longer than I expected, but hopefully not. So I was the last person that they let in. That was cool. I got there 5 minutes before noon and it was supposed to start at 12:10 and it was already at capacity, so yay, I got in. And I got you a book signed. Hang on. Let's see. And I guess I will tell you more later. Woohoo! So my time apparently ran out, but I don't have a ticket. See? No ticket. Yay! And now I probably have just enough time to get back to Mills for my 2:20 meeting. Here's where I went into what happened with the first question. You know, I'm a little put out that Mr. Snyder didn't think that your question about the 6 gallery reading was a real question. Like, I don't even know what he meant by that. He was like, that's not a real question. And so I just went straight into the other question of what advice he has for aspiring poets, but That just seemed a little weird to me. Like, what kind of an answer is that anyway? Threw me off. Now I'm gonna brag about Scrabble. I just made the second bingo in one game. Pillager. Before I had Stinter. What up? Oh yeah, here's my score. 255. I'm winning this game.